Hello and welcome to Psychology Live. I'm Dr. Gail Majcher, and with me is Mary DiPaolo, limited licensed psychologist. And we're so happy that you're joining us. We had a little break there because, sometimes life gets in the way and there's all kinds of things that need to be done, but we're back and we're pretty excited about today's show and the next show because it's going to be on the same topic. Do you want to talk about that a little bit?
Sure. We're going to be talking about why good people find it so difficult to leave bad and unhealthy relationships. And, contrary to popular belief, there are a whole lot of us who remain in and stay stuck in unhealthy and bad enough relationships because of these issues we're going to talk about today.
Yes. Of course, we have seen this so often, excuse me, in therapy. We're in Michigan, and right now it's like really bad allergy season. So if I'm, that's why. I have so many people coming in with that. We're all dealing with it. However, the wonderful thing about being in Michigan in the spring is it looks absolutely beautiful. All the buds are there, all the trees are looking beautiful, but that's on the side. Mm-hmm. So let's get to the first topic on why, really good people stay in bad relationships. We've all seen it, and you can't help but wonder why. So we're going to cover several different points. That's why it's going to take us at least 2 shows to do it. Okay, first point.
The first point is, like the meme says on the internet, which I was dying laughing the other day, of course I want a girlfriend, but I already have a relationship with alcohol and bad decisions. There are many people who have made other things and perhaps other people a higher priority in their lives than they ever could make you as their significant other. And unfortunately, for many people, we don't want to have to face that revelation when it comes to us, which could even come through a first date or a first week or a first month of a new relationship, where you come to realize and find out that this other person, in fact, has other things, other people as a higher priority than you could potentially be as their future partner.
And sometimes in the beginning, we overlook things. They're there, but we overlook it because we get caught up in we're in love, it's a new relationship, all of that. And I think there's this underlying thought, well, we can change him or her anyway. As we fall more and more in love, the relationship will look like this. And we put a picture up in our minds of what the relationship will look like, but it doesn't. So when someone puts all these things in front of us, and it's true, it can be addiction, it can be porn, it can be alcohol, it can be drugs, it can be work, it can be their friends, it can be all kinds of things that come in front of you. It's hard to look at. And once you're in a relationship and you have children, it's really hard to look at because you don't want to. You want to keep the relationship together. The problem is that something within you then starts hurting because you're repressing your emotions because the order isn't right. The proper order in any relationship is God, the person, then everything else. And when we fall way far down below, it eats away at our self-esteem. It hurts us. But then we repress because we want to keep the relationship going. But one way or another, when emotions are repressed, they impact us and they're going to come out. Something that I've seen often, and I'm reading a book right now about a woman that this happened to, those repressed emotions can turn into physical ailments. There are so many women who have autoimmune diseases, fibromyalgia, chronic fatigue, MS, all kinds of different illnesses. And the theory, some people believe that that's repressed emotion. You have all that negative going on inside you, all those negative chemicals going on. Doesn't it make sense that it may come out in a physical way?
Right. Now, when you mentioned, and you made very good points about God first and the other person second, not if you have minor children, because that's a mistake many of us make. We will put that boyfriend or that girlfriend ahead of our children, and it's like, are you kidding me? I was recently made aware of a scenario where the individual involved said to their significant other, listen, I don't like children, I've never liked children, and I certainly don't like your offspring. Really?
Is this a dating couple?
Yes.
Oh my gosh. End that and run.
Right, you would think.
Yeah.
But this person is finding it kind of difficult to do that because they so badly want to be in a committed relationship, forgetting, whether it's by, choice or default, that you don't throw your children under the bus for anybody.
This is a very important point. When I was talking about God's spouse than everyone else, that's like in a healthy marital situation. When you're dating and you have children, and I had that experience as a single parent, of course your children come before the person you're dating, of course. And their safety and emotional, physical well-being is far more important than someone you might be dating. So in a scenario like that, when the person is openly saying that they don't care for children, run. You do not need that relationship. It's that neediness that causes people to hang on to a relationship. Like something like that is so clear. How much more black and white can it be?
Right.
Your children are far more important than someone you're dating.
Well, the other thing that I think confounds these good people from leaving a bad or unhealthy relationship is a lot of these individuals who are, the source of a lot of tumult and drama. They can be very intense in a way that feels pretty good when it is the equivalent of what we call love bombing. Oh my gosh, I've never met anybody like you. You're my soulmate. Oh, nobody understands me better than you. But when you really, scratch beneath the surface, what you find that they really are doing is just repeating back to you those things that you say to them. So, that saying, imitation is the highest form of flattery. They're just giving you back what they feel you want to hear, and therefore you think, oh, this person gets me. It's like, do they really? Especially when, as the relationship progresses, you find, oh, when they want to do something, it's okay, but when you want to do something, it's not okay.
It's funny about what you just said about what someone will say when they're dating. Back in my 30s when I was dating, and I had a lot of single girlfriends too, we would talk about our dates, and so often the men would be saying the exact same thing. You're the most beautiful, you're the most whatever, fill in the blank. And we go, really? Are we all the most? Mm-hmm. Whatever? Mm-hmm. I mean, it's so silly. But if you have a sense of neediness, it's easy to get caught up in that and think, wow, he really does think I'm that special. When something's over the top, it's over the top.
It is. And I can tell you, I was 17 years old. I met some dude at a party who was, 24, and older man, gave him my number, and then the next day he calls me but I'm 17, you gotta give me street cred here. I didn't know what I was thinking or doing. He invites me to his parents' 25th wedding anniversary party that afternoon. Okay, that should have been a huge red flag, but 17 years old, like I say, give me a break. But the second thing he said was, I think I love you. Okay, seriously? Now, I'm not so naive to have not thought to myself, how do you love me? You don't even know me. You met me last night. But on the other hand, I was very flattered.
Doesn't that feel good?
It feels real good when somebody's telling you they think they love you and they just met you. It's like, wow, I'm Angelina Jolie of the 70s, just saying. Which I was not, but okay. To him, I was.
You probably were. When someone says the love word, the L word, early on, like after a first or second or third or fourth or fifth date, come on.
Really?
Come on. How can you really love someone? You can love things about them. You can find them wonderful in many ways, but you can't love someone until you get to know them. But that word has been the hook for so many really good people.
Right.
They hear love, and because of neediness, again, it's like, oh, wow, this must be something special.
That's right. Now, I see we're out of time, but listen, next show we're going to get into some of the more shadow side aspects of why it's difficult for good people to leave a bad relationship. So, until then, we'll see you.
Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.